high school. A lot of us are going through it right now, including me. Now, when I lived in South Africa, we had a different program. We did the IB program, so I was already in high school. I was in 7th grade in high school. But since I moved to America, I'm in American high school. Basically, what I've noticed through the 2 weeks that I've been going to school, physical school, walking into school with my legs, and going to school in an American school, high school even, is that it's for people who don't know where they're going in life, or their goal is to go through school and get a qualification for a certain job. For example, you have to go through high school to graduate high school, and then you can get into a college, and then through that college you can learn about being a doctor and gain that qualifications that you can become a doctor. However, for my path, I'm not lost. I don't not know where I'm going, and I'm not in a position where I want to get a qualification for a certain job. It's not the position I'm in. So none of the above, which school gets you to, is on my agenda for my life. At least right now. Maybe later in life, my purpose will switch, or I'll be interested in a topic, or I might need a topic to learn about. Like my coach back in South Africa, he did sports science, and he grew a lot from that. And anytime we had an injury or something, we had a group chat, so it's like, oh, bro, why didn't you come to training today? Oh, I was injured. You should have come. I could have helped you. That's the kind of guy that he was, Mr. Jared. That was something really cool that I might be interested in and going to school for. But right now in high school, I'm not getting any of that physical education, or I'm getting very limited amounts of it. If you want to study to get qualifications to get into a university, to get qualifications for a job, then sure, go ahead, do whatever you want. But most of us who live with purpose and have a purpose in business, fighting, whatever it is, that doesn't require school, we have other plans. I will finish the semester or whatever it is until I get a break, and then during that break time, I can move on to online school and get more time to train. Online school really helped me because I have a training session in the morning, I have a training session midday, and I have a training session at night. 3 times a day, 21 times per week. That's a lot of training. So I'm living in my purpose. But guess what school's done? It's taken the first 2 training sessions and chucked it out the window. And if you're wondering, what about the social aspect of school? I got my brothers. We just went through an insane growth period of camping together, going through that pain of traveling together and recording it. We just got a really strong bond together, which is the beginning of something even greater. So I got my brothers for that. And most of the other guys in the school are losers. Or if they're not, and they're somewhat better than the others, or than the average, then our interests are complete opposites. They don't even link together. What about the girls? The highest quality woman I've ever run into in my life, I met back in South Africa and in a karate gym. Not in school. In this American high school, what you'll find is makeup covered, big gulp drinking, partying, vaping, blue, red, and purple haired girls whose jaw goes into their neck. At least in South Africa, the school I went to, the IB program school, we had rules. The girls had to have their hair tied back. Male hair could not be too long, or it had to be tied back or held back. You couldn't dye your hair. You couldn't have marks or shavings on your eyebrows to look cool. You couldn't have makeup on. You couldn't wear what you wanted. You had to have a strict uniform that we spent lots of money on. You had to have certain shoes. If there's any color on your shoe except for black, it would be a problem. That's if you got a permit from the principal to wear shoes like that. Otherwise, you had to wear those tight meeting shoes that your dad would wear to a meeting or to work. So it was a lot more restricted, but that still doesn't take away the fact that people can really show who they who they actually are. My honest opinion on women is that they are a gift from God, something special, really special, out of a movie. The ones that I find at school are out of a movie as well. Shrek. If you're wondering about school, or you're about to get into high school, this is for the young men and women. School is set up for you to just get work, do it. Get work, do it. Get work, do it. You do what boss tells you to. That's what it sets you up for. At least get out of it that if you have hard work that you have to get done, do that work. If your path is different from everyone else's around you, everyone wants to go and be a lawyer, a doctor, or something that you have to go to school to be able to do, and you're interested in being a fighter, a businessman, something that doesn't require school, then be ready for that really boring, because high school in America is boring compared to South Africa. In South Africa is so strict and so difficult. It's just so boring now. But be ready to go through years and years and years of boring stuff that is not even relevant to you. And don't listen to me if you want to be a lawyer or something that requires school, because then school would be pretty much perfect for you. And maybe it will be for me in the future. But for right now, school's taking away my ability to work on what I really want to work on in life. So be ready for that. Just quickly took a break and made some ginger tea. If you'd like me to make a video on how to maximize fertility as a young man, or just on nutrition in general, then I'd be happy to do that, because I'm the best nutritionist I know. No matches.